Right afternoon and welcome on this Friday, 10 to 3 on your day. Right, now I've been having a little more play around in Euro trucks and I've settled for a lot smaller truck. I've got to find out where this is parked. I think it's parked around the front, so let's have a look. And I've gone for a little 6-speed man truck. Have I got any around here? No. Ah, there it is. I can see it. So I can get my Logitech to go into reverse. Let's get this on and let's get a job going this afternoon. Now I've been taking mods out of the game and it froze on me once since, so hopefully that might solve the problem. Now I've got my roll on because Russ likes his roll. Turned off me massive
turn right
physics, so I'm just using what comes in the game, and at the moment it's handling quite well.
prepare to turn left,
And I've changed my position with steering
turn
wheel
left.
as well. I've gone back to a UK style rather than having the left side. I've gone back to the right, and I've also got rid of 12 gears and gone for a traditional 6, and it's a smaller cab. It's quite nippy actually. I'm quite impressed, because I've always drove bigger gearboxes. We're having just 6 little gears. It's just enough. Of course, we've only got
Prepare
a
to turn left,
Logitech gear shifter anyway, which has got 6 gears, so I don't have to worry about
turn left,
pressing other optional buttons. I can just concentrate on my driving and looking at the screen, so it's all good. Well, again, having this little wobble on does affect the trailer sometimes. I'm still getting used to it, but I've done my extended view as well, so I can see out the window when it comes to reversing it later, which again I'm enjoying. When I do get on a straight, I'll show you. There we go. I can look out the back of my window. But it takes a little bit of time for me to get back in a position which is driving. But at first I didn't like this roll. It's like, what's this? But it is good to drive in. You know, if I move about in my chair, my Tobii Eye picks it up, which is realistic enough. Who needs a motion tube when you can just do that? I met my own motion. Anyway, a nice 23-hour job. As you know, I don't go off the miles, I always go off the time. So again, I ain't going to display the time it's taking. I'm just going to do the job and we get there when we get there. Filling up with diesel on the way, and I'm at half diesel, as I never filled up from the start. So the first petrol station I come to, it'll be a top up. As I can see my little gauge, it's halfway, so that will definitely not do the 23 hours of driving. Does that look good, or just does that look good? That's your natural looks for you in game. Right, let's get past this little slow thing. I won't get into 5th. I'm normally into 10th, but hey, if I got 10 gears or 12, I can only do the 6. Which again, I'm still gonna pass past him. It's fast enough. It's nippy. This little
Keep
man
left.
truck is real nippy. Anyway, I've got to stay left, so I did the right thing. Got in the right lane for once. I'll stay in 5th. Take my foot off the clutch. That do help. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Oops, lagging a little bit already. Not a good sign. The look I've had it in the last couple of days with this keep crashing on me. Anyway, if it does, I'll just restart the stream, or restart the game, so be prepared for anything. If it happens, it happens. But I'm opening up new road as I travel. Let's see. All new roads. Look at that nice moon behind me. It's great, the visuals in this. Looks better than a normal Sky anyway. It's worth putting the extra 7 gig of modded files onto the PC to have it look like that. It really is. Oh, it needs a petrol station. That was a quick manoeuvre. I missed that then, waffling. Anyway, let's go and fill her up. Could be driving a wagon on fresh air. Right, now we've got some diesel. As they say in the business, now in cooking gas. I don't even remember what we were delivering. So, this is good. I reckon I'm going to have a little bit of trouble getting out of here. Because that car's giving me weight. Sometimes they don't give weight, do they? So you tend to crash into them as you come out of petrol stations or some junctions. Go and check out my stream on ITS. I was stuck in a traffic jam for, I don't know how long. But that has got a traffic mod on it, which I ain't got one for this yet. Anyway, a little man truck, or as we say in the black country, mon truck. Got the power. Now, don't say I've got to turn right in a minute when I'm on the left side of the road. So, I've got enough to sneak in behind him. I have. Bit of braking, come down a gear or 2. Now I'm tending not to scrunch the gears so much using a little 6-speed. Yeah, okay, love. They told me to carry straight on. I nearly went off again. I'm on Russ's travels. Oh, it ain't liking something in this today. Just don't know what. Now I've got hardly any mods running on this. That should be conflicting. Any
Keep left.
And the Promods. So I haven't got a clue why it keeps jittering and freezing for a couple of seconds every time. So much eye catching up in the game. Right. It seems sometimes when I move my head. So could it be the Tobii bar making it freeze? Could be. Never thought of that. Well, I was moving there, so it couldn't be the Tobii bar. Because that is very sensitive when it comes to any movement. Oh, let's get over here. Let's overtake these slow ones. Hopefully I will have to turn right. Welcome to my one viewer. Welcome to the stream here on this Friday afternoon here at Black Country Blitz PC Gaming. I've got a 23-hour job on in my little man truck, 6-speed. I'm having one or two technical issues with the game freezing for some apparent reason, where I could just put my finger on. Hopefully it won't crash my game, as it has been the last few times. Got a bit of a traffic queue now, so, and it looks like I'm going uphill. I can feel, I mean, this ain't my normal man truck that can pull. So going down a peg to in the lorry driving. It might not have the power as my other one normally has. Still a little workhorse though. I'm giving me stew. Let's get over. Get past these if I can. At least it ain't raining as well, because there's nothing worse trying to drive when you're coasting through your wing mirrors. The rain tends to stay on these wing mirrors quite a lot. It has to finish raining before your windows clear up, so hopefully it will rain. Some more livestock. That's some that I've got yet to carry. I've never carried no livestock in this yet. So I must find a job where I carry a bit of livestock. Again, it's finding where they am. Right, sneaking behind him. Camp. I've got that feeling where I'm going to be turning off on the right in a minute. You can guarantee I always get over, and the sat nav will kick in and say turn right. So, oh, now we've got a bit of a hold up here. Yep. So looks like we're all changing lanes anyway. Am I getting over? Looks like it. Are you gonna let me through? No. Oops, and he's let the big wagon through. Now if I can find the right gear. No, for some reason. No, I hadn't stopped. I hadn't eaten nothing. It just wouldn't let me go. Never mind. Turn the indicator off. Let's get through here without hitting anything. Because it's a little bit awkward. Or it's a little bit different, should I say, with that roll on with the Tobii Eye tracking bar, because one slight little judder and I'm going to be hitting things. So you have to take your time. Where before, when you cab straight, I mean, if I turn my head, it's a totally different experience driving with it. So it's something I'm really enjoying. So it learns me to try and keep my head as still as possible whilst driving. And that's the hard shoulder. So what am I doing over there? I thought that was the third lane. Never mind. It's going to be one of them streams. Ah dear. Anyway. It's a full moon. But I like how I can just slightly turn my head with the help of my eyes as well. Because if anybody's unfamiliar with a Tobii Eye tracking bar, it is not known as a head tracking device. It's solely eyes. But in certain games, you do have head movement. So in ATS and this one, which is the Euro, you can combine the two to surround your cab, yeah? Which is double the fun. And it saves taking your hands off the steering wheel and having to use a mouse or a button box joystick to see through your mirrors. And again, with Track IR, you have to wear something. So this basically, you don't have to wear anything, just have to sit there.
Keep left.
Of course, go through the motions with the software so it tracks your eyes properly. And once it's done that, it's a beautiful device. Now, I'm going to be upgrading. Hopefully, well, I know I'm going to be getting a 50-inch telly, but I'm not sure whether it will work on a 50-inch telly. So I'm going to have to wait till I've got the telly set up and everything else. And if it does, I should buy me another one, because I intend streaming Euro trucks and American trucks on the PC I'm on now, using the Logitech. And then all the other games, especially the racing games, will be on the rig, which should be all purchased for September. Fingers crossed. I'm just waiting for the manufacturers of the rig to get theirs back in stock, as they're out of stock at the moment. So until I can buy the rig, there is no point in buying the rest. So I don't intend. I've got a Amiga Apex stand at the moment, which the Logitech's on, but I don't intend taking the Logitech off to put a Fanatec V2 wheel on. So I'm going to wait until everything's in stock. Now in my luck, one will come in stock and the other one will go out of stock. So plus I've got to make room in my bedroom. I'm going to get the old measure tape out and measure up how long the rig is. I've seen a video of it on YouTube today. Somebody's reviewed it. There's only a few, because it being new and not in stock that much. Well, it's in the UK. It's in stock in the UK at the moment. But people that have bought it outside the EU, there's only a few that have reviewed it at the moment. So one guy's reviewed it. He's got a Fanatec wheel base on it as well, and it looks really sturdy. But again, it is their latest model, so toughened steel. So it's just what I need. I ain't got that much of space neither, so it's only sort of like a small come seat, so that's just enough for me. I don't want nothing too big, just a little rig stuck up the corner, which is sort of behind me. You can't see it at the moment because I got my cam on, but I've got enough space just to put my telly and the rig as I come into my bedroom. So just needs a little the configuration with the desk I'm actually sitting on at the moment, whether I turn, because I've got it facing a wall, I need to turn it the other way and move a bed, which is a settee in the daytime. So once I've done that and configured the room, I'll know exactly more where I'm putting the actual rig. Anyway, so far so good. It keeps freezing though, this game. I don't know if it could be a memory issue. which my friend says it could be. Could be if I need to give Steam some more memory, which I've got plenty in it. But I've never had no. Before I put any mods on, this was working fine. But of course it don't look as good
Keep left.
as it does at the moment, so if anybody does play Euro or 8, well, yeah, because Euro ain't out for ATS yet, but if you play normal standard Euro and then you come and play on this and then got to go back, it's like, whoa, what a letdown. Everything is just stands out with it, with the looks. The skies are different, all high-res images. Again, it does take a little bit of time to first load up when you start Steam. People think, oh, my game's crashed because it takes a little bit of time to go through the mouse.
Keep left.
Of course, it's changing all your standard base images for their images. And say, this is what you get. A polished version of the game. Taking nothing away from the game. Oh, here comes the rain. I knew it was due. I could feel it. Although this is part of natural looks as well. Their own rain and thunder and lightning. Sometimes you do get a little bit of fog. Not a great deal. If anybody's wants to check out a weather mod for Euro trucks, go and check out the one I posted a couple of days ago. That is intense fog, intense rain, and intense thunder and lightning. The sound effects in that are just out of this world. You do feel like you mean a proper thunderstorm. I wished I could take the sound out of that, put it into this, and of course the fog. Then it'd all be one, but I'm not too sure which files I need to disable to get the other mod working. As you, for realism, the fog is so dense in virtually 5 miles an hour. And if I was driving in the fog with the mod on, you wouldn't see that truck in front. You wouldn't see him, or you just go see half of the truck. You're probably just about to see the back of that Mini then as it passed, once it really comes down. So your driving gets a lot better. Otherwise you're crashing into things. I mean, it's going a little bit foggy now, not a great deal, but to me this ain't fog, it's just a little bit hazy. I might have to enable it, see if it kicks in. I mean, I've got to stop the game now. I will. I'll also do another stream on it. Now this is where it's hard now, trying not to overtake anything when you can't really see through your wing mirrors due to the fact there's that much rain on them. It's alright when they're close, it's just when they're far away you're relying on the headlights, and of course, as we all know, the headlights in this game ain't very bright, so it's like a mod I found, especially when you're reversing in dark places. It was like extra lights, but for some reason I've lost the mod. It was part of Steam, and of
Keep
course
left.
I've turned it off and miles off anyway. But they give me really bright reversing lights. It lit everything up at the back, so you could actually properly see when reversing your trailer, either collecting the trailer or parking the trailer. It was fantastic, and they fitted on every truck what was in the game. I'm going to have to find it in Steam and enable that, because I just picked this trailer up and I could hardly see. I mean, I've got the thing now, as you see, I can look out my window, so I haven't got to press number 2 on the keyboard, so I use a keyboard rather than using a button box. I can actually see out my window to park trailers or pick them up. So to have a little bit of extra light on would be a blessing, and help me collect the trailers a bit better. Because that's what I'm trying to do in this now. Use the mirrors when parking the trailer up, rather than pressing 2 unless I've really got to. He's using the mirrors like you would properly to reverse a trailer. Again, it's a little bit harder, but it's something you're doing the real well, so that's what I'm trying to do every time I park the trailer. He's used the mirrors.
Keep right, and then exit right.
To do it. Exiting right here.
Exit right.
I've already done it. He does go on. Again, I've been swapping over voices as well. There are a very good selection of voices out. Or there are one I've really liked yet. And that's the best I can do for voice. Again, it is better because if anybody's watched any of my earlier streams, I would tend to veer off course because I've missed the maps and the sat-nav's been slightly small sometimes, and I've drove and ended up going in another direction and having to reroute. So with the voice coming on, that's a big plus from SCS Software. Thank you very much for that. In the 135 update. See nothing through my mirrors while the conditions of these roads are so wet. As you can see, I've got rid of most of the things I had on the dashboard and that. Again, thinking that might be causing the problem in game, I've disabled them all. Or
Keep
I
right,
put them in this truck.
and
The
then
only thing
turn
I
right.
put in is the sat nav in the window because I needed it. Rather than keep looking down
Turn right.
the dashboard. Now where's he going? I'm going right round here.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Now these roads are very, very tight. And again, with the bumping about a bit, yeah, it takes so easy getting the angle level. There because it's already a slip road.
Keep left.
Let's get over before there any cars come crash into me. Again, get over left a bit more. Absolutely loads of road for me to still uncover. As I've said in previous streams the last couple of days, I went and deleted my profile for this, and of course once you do that you lose all gameplay that you've done to do with the map, and
Keep
there's
left.
no way of getting it back. So basically I had to start again. Well, I've had to start again. The only thing I've got is my world of trucks, how many miles I have done. They've kept the record, but it does show on my extended map what I've got now via Promods. So sometimes I ain't sure whether it's in-game map I'm driving down or roads from Promods due to the fact of losing it all. But that's the silly things you do when you press delete instead of closing the game down. I thought I was closing the game down. Instead I was deleting my profile where I've been playing for over 6 months. So, and when we looked into it, there is no way of retrieving it back. That's stated firmly on World of Trucks. Once you delete it, that's it. Goodbye. But again, it's given me more chance now. Again, it's like everything when you buy a new game, it's all new. My strategy
left.
for doing the game is totally different now. As I buy a garage, I'll buy people to work for me, where I was just buying garages and not kitting them out. So every garage I own so far now, people are earning me money from them garages with the 7 trucks I've bought and customised. I just picked, you know, I'd say one garage will have DAF, another garage will have Scania, and so on. So my fleet of wagons will be all over the place by the time I've brought all the wagons. That's if we have people to employ. As you know, as you get so far in the game, it don't matter how many recruitment agencies you get, you run out of people to buy, or people to work for, you should have said. Now here comes the intense rain, yeah? This is the good thing about this Lux, is the rain, they'll just come at one speed. It's various, so it could be a little trickle, it could be a little bit of a rain, or
keep right, and then turn right.
Now, intensive rain. Now I nearly missed this turn then. Now the fog's got a bit denser as well. Not to the point where visibility is really, really poor, but it has come down a lot since started, or the rain started, should I say. Am I pulling off here? I'm gonna, no. Make sure that I stick to the sat nav. Now if that was the other mod, you definitely wouldn't see that truck up the road. You just wouldn't see it. There's also a small video on my Twitter account, again, links to that, I mean, any of the videos that I put up. So if you go and check, have a little, it's only about 6-7 videos down on my Twitter feed. I did a 11 seconds video driving through thick fog, rather than sitting watching a whole stream.
Keep left.
It's one of the best weather mods I've come across so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could take nothing away from this one, from Natural Lux, because there's only so much you can do. I mean, they've done a fantastic job as it is. So let's just slow down a little bit. Not too much. But if I had to have the choice of weather, it would be the other one. Solely for the fog. But that, they'll have rain that's various. It has one rain, and that's, you know, so it's a bit of give and take, you know. Do you want one that's going to constantly rain heavy with loads of fog and thunder and lightning and real sounds, or do you have one that varies like this, which for me, I do like the variation. I think it tends to get a bit boring when it's one continuous rain, and this does look realistic. I give them that. The rain in this is realistic looking. I mean, you've got the spray as well. You can't see it at the moment, but these cars, when it starts to stop raining, there will be spray off the wheels. It's white now, rather than it was black at one time. Again, there was a little fix out to correct that. I just don't like how this is jittery. Please do not crash on me, because I'm opening
keep
up
left.
all new bits of road here, and it tends to start to lag when I'm opening up new areas of the map. And if it lags too much, then it closes the game. I seriously don't want that to happen, because it spoils the stream. I lose the job sometimes, and I'm doing well with nothing, even in this torrential rain. I'm going to stay in this centre lane, because knowing my luck, he'll tell me to get over anyway. Let's sit comfortable back in my chair.
Keep left.
So, you know, if I'd have got over to the right, I'd have only had to move back into this centre lane. So I tend to stay in the centre lanes quite a lot in this game. As that's what the sat-nav always tends to push me to. I mean, as you can see all the grey areas. Most of this I've covered. It's a crying shame, really.
Keep left.
But again, it's my own fault for pressing delete. Again, it would have been nice. Right, am I going up here? No, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, too sure. Oh well. It'll reroute me. We'll have a little guided tour. One of Russ's mystery tours of the afternoon, eh? Open up a bit more grey roads. I don't want to get on there anyway. That's more. Because I was opening up loads of grey and it was lagging me, so. Or making me stutter. As you can see, the rain's coming down still, or has it stopped? Right, I'm going to tear my wipers off. Now you can, if I can catch up with the guy in front, you can see the spray now coming off the road. Again, another added feature that you don't get to see in the real game when it rains. And that's off my own truck as well. If I can slow down and do number 2, I've even got the spray as well. I mean, to me that looks good. It's hard to drive and do your steering. But you can see, well, just come back to that. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks realistic. Looks better when you can drive and use the mouse camera as well. Right, let's try a number 8 on the keyboard. That looks better. There's loads of spray. This is just a computer game. I know it's a simulator.
Keep right.
But it is, it's absolutely out of this world. It's one of the most played items that I've got on my PC. I play this every single day.
And then exit left.
Every single day. Without a fail.
Exit left.
Some days all day. If I've got nothing on and I ain't gotta go nowhere. Oh, now what happened there? Juddery, see? Have to slow down. You just call. Something to do with that rolling. You have to slow down with it. I think it's judging the sides. It's alright when you're on the straights.
Keep right, and then turn right.
So I'll stay in this lane. Anything that's got edges. Right now I'm going.
Turn right.
Right, I'm going up here. Make sure. I've already got.
Keep left.
Can I move over before we get to the top? Now here we go again. All these tight little bits. Must be swinging my trailer around at the back. I felt that through my cushion I sit on. As see, now I've damaged the trailer. How? I don't know. Well, I do know. I've catched it on the wall probably. It's a little bit hard to see through the wing mirrors because they've still got a bit of rain on them. I'm going to get over in the centre. Soon tell me if I've got to move right. Probably could have stayed on going back into the right side where I should be anyway, properly. I'll be looking for diesel. I'm looking alright for that. Again, we ain't going at a really fast speed anyway. But for a little truck, this man truck speeds up quite quickly. So I'm doing 70 miles an hour already. I'm just going to come take my foot off the gas a bit, and that's only in 4th gear. So just to get up this hill, because I can feel it. So I'm struggling a little bit. Let's bring it down to 3rd.
Keep left.
I'm going to move over again. So let's get over while we can. We're in Luxembourg. That's where we're heading for. Well, that's the signs anyway. At the top. Now, the road should be completely dry now of any debris. Yeah, there's no spray now, everything's disappeared. Love doing that. When I can do it without hitting any other cars, do it in a straight line. Which I tend to find hard at times. Right, let's get over. It'll soon tell me if I've got to move left. For the time being, let's stay on the right side, which is my lane anyway for driving. Say hello to Bob's side. Again, all new signage. I think it's been put in by Promods. Again, there was a little update the other day, so I don't know what went in. Messed a few more things up, but I've got the speed nothing down. I'm actually going faster than the wagon can pull, even though I've got my foot down on the accelerator. Felt like I was rolling then. I am in gear, aren't I? I am. Yeah, 6th gear. Let's go back into 6th. Now, at the position I'm at now,
Go straight.
I can see everything, all the dashboard, all my 2 sat-navs and everything. Mirrors and fine when I need to look through them. I forgot where he says. I'm going straight in. It's nice when I turn my head a little bit. Just adds a little different perspective to your driving. Let's come down to 3rd. Hear this little truck speeding up. It's, my friend Danny drives 6-speed trucks, and I've always took the mickey. Get a faster truck, you know, get more gears. But I can understand where he's coming from with this, and these little 6-speeds. So fair play to him. I think I might change all of my trucks to 6-speed, or buy me a garage, just throw all my little 6-speed trucks into a spare garage, or 2 spare garages, because I'm having 7 trucks. I think I might do that. When I've delivered this, I'm going to change my man truck for something else. Now, I tried to get one of my Steam achievements. Well, not a Steam achievement. Well, it is. It's to do Euro trucks, where you drive so much distance in all 7 trucks. And I was still trying to achieve it. I'd achieved it. I was like, okay. I was trying to find out which truck I needed to drive in a bit further. I never realised it actually tells you all the trucks that you drive in the game, how much time and how much distance you've driven in each one. So when I looked, I thought, well, hold on, that's showing me I've done, I think it's 999 kilometres or something like that. each journey, and I'd achieved them in all 7 wagons or trucks, whichever way you want to call it. So I like to keep up with my Steam achievements in the game. Or they ain't part of Steam, I'm just part of the game, are they? Like I say, there's a few things I ain't still done. I've never carried livestock yet, so again, it's trying to find a livestock job. And I've been to plenty of the farms where you carry them. It's just finding one that's available at the time in the map. I mean, I don't mind buying a garage near one to take the job on. Shouldn't now. We're going to do diesel next one. Our next petrol station I come to. Just filling up. Don't you dare pull out of my car. Again, they have a tendency to randomly pull out on you, making you forced to brake heavily. And again, I have a mod which is 14-ton physics, and when you're carrying out trailer, one touch of them brakes and the truck back end comes up, and your front end dips. It's good, but it's lethal. So I've disabled that at the moment because I thought that's what might be causing the problem, but obviously it's not. It's still happening. So, and there we go. The game's crashed. How bad is that? I knew it was going to crash. It was just a matter of time that it was crashed. So bear with me, whoever's watching the stream. I do apologise, but at the moment I'm having difficulty in finding what's causing my issue of the game crashing. Everything I'm doing mod wise still not working, and I still reckon it's something to do with my mods them. So before I restart the job, hopefully I lost it. It's just a pain in the backside. I'm going to turn off some more mods inside. Alright, back into my mod folder. Right. Now they say they've got to be stuck at the top. So I'm going to take that one down past all them. And I've got Afro. I'll move that down to there. So them 2 mods. Scania accessory pack. I'll get rid of it. I ain't interested. Scanner accessories, that can go. Siri voice. Is that the one I'm using now? I think it is, so I'll leave that where it is. Real traffic sounds. I ain't bothered. That don't work. As I found out wherever it is. Or I could get it to work, so unsubscribe from that guy. That can go. Route advisor. Again, tuning pack, that can go. Real engine sounds. Let's try that. See what that's gonna do. See if that can not crash this time. Virtually. So that's another 2 mods that I enabled. I've moved my 2 maps down as well. Now that's what happens here. Where that gets stuck on that H, you think army game ain't gonna work. So I have to give it a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, depending on how fast it takes. But it feels like that your game's froze, or it ain't gonna load, but it does. It just takes time. And because I've moved 2 other mods which are maps down, it's now got to recalculate all that. Again, them 2 places I don't go to very often anyway. And I still say there's something wrong with that. It's supposed to be Africa. I still say there's something wrong with that. Again. But Steam updated the other day, and they updated the workshop as well. And that made all my mods move, or saying they were enabled, even after their update. And I had to press the game to start with workshop, and as soon as I did that, they come back on. But of course I'd moved some of them, and I'd removed a few of them. So to know what positions they was in before, again, I can't go back because I can't remember where they was. I know all the natural looks and the pro mods have stayed in the same kind of place. It's just the odd other ones that have been moved. And again, I've had this problem. Well, I've had the problem for quite a bit where it starts to stutter, but it's never keep crashing on me. So, again, right, here we go. Again, that's the joys of working with anything that's modified the original base game. So, as long as I lost that job, which sometimes you tend to do, yeah, I'd lost it, yeah. So all that streaming of that last job, I've lost. But by removing them other mods, it might. Oh, now me tell me, but I don't want to become working. It might have solved my issue with crashing, so we'll have to see. And if it does, some more things will be going out of my mods folder. Anyway, it's one good thing I can fill up a diesel. And we'll try and do this stream again. Might turn my engine off and take another job, right? I don't know. It just don't like me today. Now when I don't stream it, everything works fine. As soon as I come to stream it, everything goes wrong. So it tells me a lot, do it today. Anyway, we'll go down there for a change. I'm sure there's a factory down here I can get the job from. Yeah, there's one just down there, I think. If my memory thingy. Let's have a look. Am I going in the right direction? Sort of. Yeah, we'll take one from here. I'm near enough. That's me looking at the cabin. I'm actually in the
Keep
wrong
left,
lane.
and then turn left.
So let's get over.
Turn left.
Can do that. Again, perspective of where you am on the road with other.
You have arrived at your
roads.
destination.
You have to get your position right with your head and everything. Oh, it's a great feeling. It is. It's a whole new meaning with my driving now. I'm enjoying it. Now what we got? Welder truck jobs. Okay, do we want to take a tyre job? Even though I've done it, I tend to watch over these because again, I'm going on Promods maps, and I've got to places, and well, the truck crashes. That's too small. Hold on. No, that's a double trailer, isn't it? Rust don't normally do double trailers. Let's have a laugh. Let's do a double trailer. Yeah, you've got a so we did lose my last job. That's good. I'm pleased with that. I can carry on with that. Brilliant. Even though there's a pause in the stream of doing it. Great. I thought I'd lost this job. That's brilliant. I'm not losing it. Anyway, let's get my head back. At least we're driving now in daylight rather than in the dark and in... No, it was in the rain, wasn't it? So... Now let's hope it won't stutter, flicker and tear me off again. Now let me get rid of... Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get rid of my bar at the bottom. I don't want to know how long it's got between jobs, unless I really need to know. See, it's still stuttering. It's no matter what I'm doing. It's just ain't liking something on my PC. Now I've moved the base game to a better hard drive. Well, I'm on good hard drives anyway. I'm on M.2 drives. So I know that I have a problem with transferring data from drive.
Keep left.
Whatever. Graphics card is ample enough with 11 gig 1080 Ti. So that ain't the problem. It's got to be some either opening and revealing new areas of the map or the mods itself. And I don't really want to take off this Lux because I never had the problem until I put Lux up. So I don't want to really remove it because I'm going to not have all this fancy graphics if I do disable it. I should go back to basic standard, and it's a shame to lose it, but I could be playing it if it's going to keep crashing. So, as I know, Promods, they make it crash. Again, it's still stuttering. If this crashes again, I'm going to get rid of that Africa. I think that could be the problem. I'm sure that could be the problem. But again, and what we say here in England, pissing in the wind. Because I have no idea. I've just got to drive and hope that it don't crash again. One good thing is I'll get there eventually. This job will probably be late due to the fact it crashed. It tends to do that, but at least I don't lose the job. Just have to pick another one and resume. Could be nothing major because it ain't doing it all the time. It's just once in a while, but it tends to be when I've got loads of the grey areas of the map. And it tends to lag, so is that because it's trying to load up new areas? And as you can see, I'm revealing grey every step of the way. You know. I don't know, once you've revealed it, that you've drove down it, that it sort of keeps like cache of it. So you don't lose that. Or it loads it up quicker. So you don't tend to lag. I know it synchronises something with Steam Cloud. Again, I ain't too sure what that does. What that's all about. was just thinking that way I come to one of these toll roads things, yeah, and laugh. Lo and behold, he's the first one of the day. No, this shouldn't be that hard. Keeping to 30 mile an hour. To go through here. Yep. Oh, so he clatters the side of it. I thought it was too good to be true. Let's check my mirror, see if there's anything sneaking up the side of me. There tends to when you're pulling out there, because we're all trying to get out at the same time. And you either end up hitting either somebody on the left or the right here. Struggling a little bit to get up this hill. As I said, once I have got this job off, I will change my trucks. So I'd say to a Mercedes, 6-speed if there is one. Go and get me a new destination, new garage somewhere. Now, I like Iceland. I know it's right up the top of the map, but the scenery there is out of this world to do with its natural looks and Promods. Just, and the roads you're driving on pure snow, and you can, with the shaker kit that I'm sitting on, you can actually feel that. Feel the snow under your tyres. And if you brake, it sort of pushes you to one side, which you would get with severe weather like snow. So again, you could be going like a speed demon. Have to slow down on it and drive cautious because of the road conditions. Again. At least we got a full tank of diesel anyhow. That's one good thing. One full tank of diesel. Stop raining and it's daylight. Merca de Manasco in his man truck. That's a BP then. It's BP colours. But again, we am in a foreign country, somewhere in Europe. I think the last sign I've seen before it crashed was Luxembourg. So we're around that part of the world. I've seen more different parts of the world in this game than I've seen in the real world. And I put that on a CV. Lorry driver for Euro trucks. / F1 driver. Amateur. I've had to give that a bit of a rest at F1. Oh dear. My poor little Logitech couldn't take it. Keep throwing it around the screen. I'll leave that for my Fanatec. I've been looking at people's videos using the Fanatec racing wheels, and I'm looking forward to experiencing what they experience. I really am. Christmas birthdays come early this year, or it will do at the end of September, or September-ish. I did say that the rigs will be back in stock in August, so when in August I do not know, so hopefully September they'll all be here, and I'll get everything on my way. So I'll do my room Monday or sometime next week, start planning the room, getting things moved, and then have two little setups, one for Euro because this has got everything on moment gateway. This PC was built for my photography, and while I've had a wheel connected to it, my photography has really took second choice. Instead of working, I'm racing or driving, so I need to get my desk back for doing my photography work, because I've got up to folders of photos I need to start editing. I've got over nearly 40 gig, if not more. No, I've got more than that, of photos. Took it to local air show.
Keep right,
so
and then exit right.
they've all got to be done.
Exit right.
And if anybody does take does the photography,
Prepare to turn left.
I know what I'm saying. When you take more pictures than you need, especially at air shows, I have one chance a year to take photos at my local air show, and again, I always capture some stunning photos. I'm sure most of you have all heard of the red arrows. This year's shots of them, I catch the red arrows crossing in the middle at high speed. One's blade, of course, you can only track one aeroplane or jet at a time. The one I was tracking is what we call in the business attack shot. Shot with a Canon 7D Mark II, using a Sigma 150 to 500mm lens. And I was some distance away. It's at 500mm in focal length, and I'm impressed. I'm really impressed, and my friend helps me out with it, with doing it as well. And of course, he enjoys using one of my other camera bodies, and he captured roughly the same shot using a Sigma 70 to 200. Again, I got another long lens for my friend. The closest I've got is a really old Tamron 70 to 30, but it's a slow lens, and my friend's knowledge of photography ain't that great, so for him to use manual rather than using automatic shutter, you know, if I was using the lens, I'd use it manual focus. Still get some good shots with it. Again, take the best optics in the world.
Go straight.
But I was using I've got two 70 to 200s f2.8. I've got one by Canon, and I've also got one by Sigma. So he was using the Sigma one, I was using the Canon one, in between using the 150 to 500, as well as a 17 to 50 f2.8 wide lens. Well, I say wide, it's the widest one I've got for wide shots to get. I was using three bodies not at once, but I'd got three bodies on the go with three different lenses on, trying to capture as many images as possible on the day. But as I say, since streaming PC games, all them have took a backseat though, and if I've edited 200 photos, that's all I've edited. Jeez, that's all I've edited so far. It's about 200 photos out of nearly a 9-hour day of shooting pictures. So once I've got a rig up, I shall have so many hours streaming a day and so many hours pictures. And if anybody wants to see my pictures, or I've got another channel which is Blitz Photography and Production, links at the top of this channel to the right. So if you like a bit of photography, there's a lot of videos on there that I put into slideshows of some of the jobs I do, and of course artwork as well, a few Photoshop videos. Basically a bit of everything on that channel. So if you like that, give that a subscribe, as well as this one, so keep up to date with either channel that I use. I like to get about on the internet a bit. Right, let's have a look where we're heading for. I'm sure this is Marseille. Marcel, terrible at pronouncing these big words, especially when they're in foreign. So I do apologise to anybody that's from these areas in the world. I was never no good at geography at school. Nor languages of any type. And in my own, which is Black Country, which is a little town in the West Midlands. That's where this streaming is all coming from. A little fishing village in the Midlands. Well, a fishing village. It's just my sense of humour. Right. I think it's starting to look okay now, whatever was causing the problem. Still having a few little stutters, but nothing major like the last time. So hopefully whatever I've done solved my problem for the time being. Fingers crossed. Because to say I'm opening quite still a lot of map up. It ain't done no major big stuttering. I'll slow down around this corner. Some of these bends tend to be a bit tighter now, and you have to turn the wheel far more than I did before for some reason. I think this is due to Promods again. I'm assuming I'm driving up a Promods road. I hope when I get to my destination I can dump the trailer off, because this is a World of Trucks job as well. I don't want to lose it. Sometimes you call drop off World of Truck jobs that you pick up when you're using Promods. You just don't know where it is in them for their records. It maps your progress on their website, so it makes the job useless that you've just drove, which I found out before. I tried to take something across the channel, gets to the port, tries to board the ferry, and it wouldn't recognise the port, so I lost everything. I had to abandon the job. Come on, Mr. Police Car, make your mind up. It ain't very hard which one you're going through. I'm going to go through following you. So I don't. Now, see if I can get through this without hitting the sides. Now, them should stay up. Yep. No, still clatter. So narrow. And I'm actually. Now, I did a stream the other night and I rolled through them perfect. Again, I hadn't got the roll on. I must admit, I've just got normal view on. But for me, my normal view just, I was enjoying it. And after losing everything, of course, I lost all my settings as well for how my truck was. So I just defaulted the Tobii Eye tracking settings back to default and turned the roller, and that's where it stayed since losing everything. clouds. I really don't want to go back to standard box game. Not with views like that from the sky. You know. I mean, when I am streaming, I've got my music blasting in the radio. Of course, you can't stream and play music because they have me for copyrights, which is a shame. I mean, this is funny, right? I uploaded F1 2019 video the other day. I'd got no music on or nothing. It was something in the game itself that had me. I got sent by YouTube. You're uploading copyright material by F1 2019 or part of F1, and I thought, well, hey, that's the thing. You buy a game, you stream it. You know, it was only what was in the game that I'd streamed. Well, that still had me. I mean, you don't get ad free, but you know, you don't want your channel to be sort of blacklisted. You know, if you can't stream the games that you buy without getting done, what can you do? You know what I mean? So, me being me, I just type back and put to them, it's the game, I bought it. What am I supposed to do? You're supposed to, you know, help people decide whether they want the game or not. It's a game. I ain't hurting nobody. I ain't killed nobody. Do one. Just press send. I could be doing with stuff like that. I mean, yeah, if I'd have got one of my music files or something, or an album, and then played it, that's fair enough.
Keep right,
But it's all
and then
the
turn right.
content in the game. Even with Wreckfest, that's got music in as well. And that's part of the game. You get done for that as well. You just can't win sometimes, aren't they? Look at the views. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'm holding up traffic here.
Turn right.
But I knew them lights was going to change anyway, so I wasn't going to hear them. Just pull. That's it. Just see those traffic lights. Not hard to see now because the sun's blocking my view. And the traffic lights have gone. I don't think we're here yet. We might be. Now we've still got. It looks like we've got some windy roads.
Prepare to turn left.
Surely, yeah, there, yeah. Turning left now? No. It's the
Turn
next
left.
one. I wasn't too sure then where this left turn was coming up.
Prepare to turn right.
But we are that far away from our destination.
Turn right.
Oh. I thought it had crashed then. Bloody recruit. Oh, stop stuttering. Recruitment agency. Now let's get this perspective right, because when I think I'm driving straight and level, actually I'm all over the road due to this roll feature on. Great when you get back on the flat. I tend to keep looking through my mirrors to see if I can see the white lines of the road. Judge the gap between me and the cars. Although I could be driving no worse than some of them who drive on Truckers MP. They're my drivers. Stunt drivers, someone. Anyway, here comes a bit of rain. Yep, it's raining again. It can rain as much as it wants.
Left.
I'm nearly done. Now, what time is the day of it? It's 10 past 4 in the afternoon. Well, it's possible. Me getting called later. Again, a beautiful sunset. Gonna be happening in a minute. Nice big orange sky behind me. Now, if going back to weather mods, if this had been any other weather mod now, it had just been pouring it down. Where this, like I says, it does it gradual. I mean, this little light shower might be the only rain I have between now and getting to wherever we're delivering this trailer to. Right, let's try and get through this one without crashing. It's this one where I've got to pay. I'll try. Come on. That's actually where I've got to give some money by pressing the enter button. See, you had me money, let me through. Can I get through without clattering anything? Yep. First time today. Makes a change, right? Sure I don't know wagons. See who's coming a little bit close on the right side of me then. Beautiful scenery though. These skies really make the game. Everything in the game now with these natural looks has had a facelift. I'm just going to overtake this dude while I can. Room so I can move back in. Now I'm going to overtake the second one and then move back in. Unless my sat nav woman or bloke kicks in telling me I've got to get back into the right hand lane. Which I'm sure he will do in a minute. So I do believe we am not far away from exiting. Catch him and get past him. That'll be all good and well. Here comes the lightning. It startles you sometimes, you know, them flashes. I mean, I love playing this game late at night. My bedroom's dark, everything else is quiet, everybody else is in bed, and you can just concentrate on your screen. And that is why I will buy a VR headset at the moment, because my mother's got the tendency to come in and touch you when you're playing games with headphones on. Even now, it's daylight, I'm still sitting here with one headphone on and one headphone off. Instead of turning, I always say to turn a light on. That, you know, don't startle you. To be actually a bit touched. It's not good talking to me if you know yourselves. When you got a game on you, you're getting into the game and somebody touches you, Jesus. They'll give me a heart attack one of these days. I really will. I can hear her shouting now, so this will be my last job. Because I think they'll be shouting me very soon, so I should be back later. I do apologise for the break in the stream due to the game crashing on me. That was out of my control. It ain't looking too good at the moment. I just hope it don't go again before we can get this delivered. It's a nice one. Got a bit of everything there, trucks, cars and a train going over the top. Bit of everything going on there.
Keep right.
Yeah, we're coming close then now. If it's telling me to turn right, it definitely Must be coming close to the drop-off destination. Like on that, the old road up then. That one. It's just how you get in that loud clatter of the thunder. If only that thunder sound was a little bit louder. Really. It's just there now, by the looks of it. I'll stay behind these guys so I don't miss me turning. Again, of course, see where it is due to the fact how bad the weather is out the windows. Everything's just like lead. As they say, rain is stop play. It's a stop play of seeing out the windows, that's for sure. Yet another toll road. Oh, I just gotta get comfortable in my chair today, I don't know. So. Right, let's see if I can get through this one without damaging the truck even further. I think these tend to be a little bit tighter than the others. Anyway, it's took me money. Come on. Let's get through it. Lovely, lovely. Now I'm going to move over. So now he'll hit me if I don't. So I know he's passed. Soon get back over to the proper lane we're supposed to be driving for wagons. Sat nav located said away, so must be going on straight. Again, I've already gone off the sat nav course once, so I'm looking at that round circle. I don't really want to be driving off any roads. And of course, with Promods on as well, sometimes you can go off the road, it don't even know grey area, and you end up the game just ends anyway. Because you've run out of road, which I did the other day. I drove down an area, it was all covered in grass, so I drove over it, and then there was no road there, nothing, and my truck was just spinning. I couldn't do nothing, couldn't get out the game, so in the end I had to stop the stream, Control Alt Delete and get rid of it. So my famous button, power, see ya, which ended everything, so I lost the lot. So if there's no grey road, they'll drive down. Even if there's an exit, it's a no-no. That's why I tend to stick religiously to the sat-nav road, sat-nav voice. Again.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
I'm going. It does get a little bit impatient though sometimes. Still a little, even though you get to see that round circle, it's still a little bit of a distance from where you gotta be. Because I'll say to my friend when we're streaming, oh, I'm there in a minute, we'll be there in a minute. And you're still driving a good 5 or 10 minutes in real time.
Keep left, and then turn left.
I'll keep left and then turn left.
Turn left.
Not yet, I won't be turning left. I will be in a minute, will you? Red lights. Red lights have to stop the red lights. Ah, I've got a wagon next to me. I have, haven't I? So, because I don't get in the right lane, I've got to make sure that there's nothing coming at me. And these ain't going to let me go through. Car is. Fellow wagon drivers wore that. How rude. Destination is ahead.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I can manage that.
Exit
Easily.
now.
Can we not see where I'm exiting into? Again, this is what I love about this
Turn right.
raid. And is this the destination? Yeah. I even
You have arrived
missed
at your destination.
the entrance to the other couple of streams due to the rain. I hit the railings. Right, I'll park it up properly for you. And of course, as I said, this is my last stream. I need to go get me something to eat. So let's find out where it's being swung into. No, it's somewhere. Ah, it's. Can it get any tighter? Oh dear. And of course, see out that window down there. So I'm gonna have to do my number 2 on the keyboard because we'd have been here all day trying to see that. Oops. Just straighten up the cab now. That's it. Another job done. And I still got an excellent side. That ain't a bad thing, even though we lost the stream by the game crashing. So what I'm just going to do is take a picture for me title if I can. I wish I'd got a number keypad so I could use a better camera than just the box standard in game. Say the bestest of cameras, but hey, that's the best I've got at the moment. I should have sort of stuck my lights on, but still, that'll do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I shall be back shortly once I've had something to eat and a drink, as a man will be doing all this on empty stomach. That's my motto anyway. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the top so you get notified when I'm streaming again, live, and all the other content. Anyway, whatever you do for the rest of the afternoon or evening, have a good one, be safe, and as we say here in the Black Country,